The rain had already swallowed the campus by the time 19-year-old Lena Brooks stepped out of her dorm with her phone pressed tight against her ear. It was 1:39 a.m., and every camera pointed at the eastern side of New Haven State University caught the same strange detail. The way she kept nodding silently, as if the person on the other end wasn't speaking in full sentences but in commands. She walked faster, head down, hoodie soaked, her left hand trembling. At 1:42 a.m., she crossed the old footbridge, where the motion tracking camera captured her stopping abruptly. Her expression shifted from confusion to recognition to fear. She whispered, "Okay, I'm here," and then took 2 slow steps forward, toward someone the camera couldn't see. Then the frame glitched. When the footage resumed, Lena was gone. No stamping, no scream, no shadow. Just an empty bridge and a ringing phone lying on the wet concrete. When police picked up the device, it showed 1 missed call. Unknown caller. 1:42 a.m. Same minute she vanished. The next morning, detectives found a sticky note hidden under her laptop keyboard, written in her handwriting. "If he calls again, don't answer." If she wrote "don't answer," then why did her last act on Earth look like obedience? Hale checked campus gate logs. No stranger spotted, but a black sedan appeared repeatedly in the same pattern. Every night Lena left her dorm, the same car arrived 2 minutes later. The plate belonged to a vehicle reported junk 2 years earlier. Someone cloned it. More unsettling was Lena's dorm record. The night before she vanished, she filed for a duplicate room key. No one knew why. That key was missing. Her roommate told Hale that Lena had been sleeping with her door barricaded using a stack of textbooks, something she never did before. Hale began to consider the possibility that Lena wasn't being followed by a stranger, but by someone she already knew. When he checked the caller database, he realized the unknown number came from inside New Haven's phone grid, meaning the caller might have been on campus with her. The trace on the last call led Hale to a rundown roadside motel 200 miles from campus. Room 12 smelled of old water and bleach, with the kind of silence that felt staged. But the real strike was the torn notebook page lying under the bed frame. Handwriting matched to Lena's. It read, "He said he's one of the good ones, but he lies." On the table sat a cheap burner phone with only 3 outgoing calls. 1 to Lena, 1 disconnected landline, and 1 emergency contact that made Hale's stomach drop. Miles Brooks, Lena's older brother who died 2 years earlier in a car explosion. Either someone had stolen Miles' identity, or Miles had never died. A half-typed draft message remained in the burner phone. "Meet me at the bridge. No more running." Timestamp: 7 minutes before Lena disappeared. Hale called the motel manager, who nervously admitted that a burned-looking man with a limp checked in 3 nights earlier and paid cash. He left at 1 a.m. on the night Lena vanished, heading north toward the university. If Miles was dead, who the hell limped out of that motel carrying a phone registered in his name? Hale reopened Miles Brooks' death file. The report mentioned a burned body found in the wreckage, but listed 3 concerning details he had previously overlooked. The body's dental identification was probable, not conclusive. The fire accelerant used was synthetic military grade. The insurance payout had been signed for by an unidentified proxy. Lena had once mentioned to a classmate that her brother had changed months before his death, becoming withdrawn, paranoid, convinced someone from his old job was hunting him. Miles served briefly with a private military unit, but records were sealed. Campus cameras from 3 days before the disappearance showed Lena bumping into a man at the library. Only his wrist was visible, but the tattoo pattern matched Miles' old unit. And then came the neighbor's statement. Lena had been overheard crying on the phone, shouting, "Miles, stop, please." Hale felt the beginning of a terrifying narrative forming. Someone from Miles' past, maybe even Miles himself, was drawing Lena back into a world she didn't understand. Hale traced the tattoo to an elite unit whose 4 members had all vanished in the last 18 months. Hale headed to an abandoned train yard where the unit was last sighted. The air smelled of rust and cold metal, and the wind carried a faint whistle through the hollow cars. At the edge of the tracks, something bright caught his eye. A red scarf tangled in a bolt. Lena's. Fresh tear marks on the fabric suggested it had been ripped off during a struggle. Before Hale could radio it in, a vibration hummed near his boot. A phone, Lena's model. Same cracked corner. Same case. The screen lit up with a message from the same unknown number. "Stop looking." Then another. "She's still alive." Hale's pulse spiked. Someone was watching him right now. The distant train horn echoed. Hale turned slowly as a shadowed figure stood between the rails. Limpy posture, broad shoulders, and on the wrist the unmistakable tattoo. The figure raised its head, revealing a face scorched, twisted, yet unmistakably similar to Miles Brooks. Took one step toward Hale, then whispered something he couldn't understand, almost like a warning. Hale froze as the figure said, in a voice half human, half burned, "You're already too late."